As you are looking to land your first paralegal job, right? Are you really expecting to do that? Are you expecting to get the best paralegal job for you? Are you keeping an open mind as to how this is all going to be unveiled to you and open up? And what is your mind open enough to where, what if a job pops up and it's the one that, just like the one I landed in, a paralegal, actually, it's a legal secretary job, legal receptionist. I had to run errands, I had to go to Office Depot and buy paper and different things that they needed. I had to run to the supermarket and buy snacks and not drinks, but snacks to keep in our little kitchen. It was a very small law firm, and they were expecting me to run around and do those things. And I thought, how am I going to get any of my work done, though? I liked being able to run around and get out of the office, but I really started strategizing in my mind, like, how am I going to go into a paralegal position? How does that work? And when I talked to the paralegal there, she said to me, it will take 10 years before you are an actual paralegal. And I didn't know whether that was true or not because I knew nothing about this world. You know, the world that they were in. I knew a lot about running a business. I had run my own plant nursery in Oklahoma. This was in Oklahoma. And I had grown up in two different businesses and watching people handle customers. And so my mother worked for my grandparents in their small business. So I wondered, I knew how to handle customers very well. And my skills were good, but I knew nothing about the legal field. So I thought, well, I'm starting at square one. So this is one of the things I did, and I highly recommend you do this when you get your foot in the door, and you can get your foot in the door, is you get a notebook, and I want you to just document everything you're learning. Because you've got to remind yourself, you've got to track what you've learned so that you're not asking the same questions over and over again. And number two is that you can look back and go, I have really learned a lot. That's a great awakening moment when you see that. I waited until after I was out of the first job and I started writing everything down. Actually, when I went on the interviews for the second job, I had to be able to talk about what I knew how to do. So you're saying, but how do people get in? They all want experience. That is not true. We all got in and are continuing to get in without experience. Nobody gets in with experience. That's people who are going from their experienced paralegals going to another job that needs an experienced paralegal. There are entry-level jobs there that are available, and sometimes for a couple months there aren't. And then all of a sudden they'll flood open, okay? So that's when you have to hit it. And you know, you've just got to be ready to apply at all times. So are you expecting to land this job? Is this something you are definitely pulled to, or it's just kind of like, well, if I get it, I get it? You know, you've got to be really focused in order to, first of all, on what God's will is for your life. And if you've never thought about that, today's the day to start thinking about it. He has a plan and a purpose for you and your life, a path that he wants you to walk. So is this the path? I didn't know until I walked into it, and I landed the first job as the secretary receptionist, and then I figured it out. Do I really enjoy this? Is this something I feel I am good at? And I was, but I didn't know that until I was in the thick of it. Okay? So are you expecting answers today? Are you expecting to find out whether this is for you or not? Are you expecting to land a job? Are you going to work hard to make your cover letter better than it is right now? Because I'm going to tell you, if you're using that cover letter to introduce people to your resume, they don't really study your resume. They study your cover letter. Yeah, because when you're a beginner and you're going into the career for the first time, they want to see something in your cover letter. Is that confusing? Well, it was confusing to me until I figured it out. So if you are able to come join me in my membership, it is open. The link is live on my website right now at paralegalcoffeetalk.com. Accelerator, ACCELERATOR. Go over there and check that out. This is whether you are in a 2-year degree program, a certificate program, or none of it. This, you have to have the practical information to break into this field, and I give that to you. Why did I develop this? Because I was so sad, and I was also tired of hearing people say, I can't get in, nobody will hire me. Don't they offer training there? How will we learn? You know, they don't offer training. They will say it sometimes, but they really don't. You know, they don't run a school at the workplace. You have to be in reality with this. You know, I had more training in retail as a cashier at the mall. I had more training in other jobs than I ever did when I entered the legal field. Okay, so don't depend on that. You have to learn a lot. You have to learn some things before you can get your foot in the door. And I'm not talking about a degree or a certificate. That's not what I'm talking about. So go to my website and check out the accelerator, paralegalcoffeetalk.com. Accelerator, it's open now, closing on the 2nd at midnight. Okay, and that's it. I haven't opened it in 2.5 years, so officially. So expect, you're like, Lord, I want you to show me what I'm supposed to be doing. If you don't know if you should be in the legal field, then you need to investigate it and Google paralegal duties in personal injury law, paralegal duties in family law, paralegal duties in business law, and read what those duties are and then go, oh, that's what I'll be doing? Oh, okay. I would love to do that. Or you'll say, no, I don't want to do that. It's either or. And then you start working towards, how do I get into this field? And my recommendation is that you learn from me, the paralegal. You get a certificate a paralegal certificate after you finish my course. And once you go through all the videos, you will get a certificate. You have to request it from me. And that's an awesome thing to have when you go on interviews or you send in your resume and cover letter, because you learned from a 34-year veteran paralegal. So ask God to show you what you should be doing every step of the way, and he will. Last year at this time, I needed answers to certain things in my life. And then right after that, in September, I believe it was, towards the end of September, one of my granddoggies, which might not seem important to you all, but this was my late daughter's dogs. One of them went missing, just skedaddled down the street, and I couldn't catch it. And little dog, Maltese. And somebody picked it up. They were trying to protect him, and they did. But then they were handing him off to other people, and they would not divulge where he was. And so I got the police involved and all of that. I was praying, and I said, Lord, I need a miracle. I need a miracle. One day, 8 o'clock in the morning, I got a message on a neighborhood type of website. What was the next door website, but for our neighborhood. And a lady said, I believe I have Wally. One of my friends had him, and I'll meet you at so-and-so. And that was my granddoggy Wally. Miracles can happen. These were bona fide miracles. God was working on these people, working to solve a problem with my daughter's water damaged condo. Just give it to him. Give it to him. And he If he wants you in this field, you have to get up off the couch though. You can't sit there and say, just lay it on me, just, flood me with all this goodness. And you have to make some efforts, and he will bless your efforts. And that's the beautiful thing to watch, okay? So have a great day today. I hope this was helpful to you. Come join us in the membership. It opened early this morning at 12:01 a.m., closing on Tuesday evening at, let's see, Tuesday evening? What's today? No, Wednesday evening at midnight. 11:59, I will shut it down. And hope to see you on the inside. You're going to learn so much. And we have a private Facebook group to be in. You're not held accountable to any of this. This is learning on demand. You watch the videos, but you come into the Facebook group and you can ask questions, and there's additional training. You'll never be the same after this, okay? Have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Go to paralegalcoffeetalk.com and investigate the whole website. I built it for the beginners. And the book there, Legal Break-In book, I wrote that for you. That's from the heart. So all of it is for beginners. That's what the Lord has put on my heart. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in tomorrow's video. Bye.